Welcome to Big Nasty Collectables, where Big Nasty, is going to talk to you about past, present, and future states, market, and things on Pokemon. Past, the Bubble Mew is blowing through the roof. Paldean Fates is screaming past everybody. And Bubble Mew, I'm going to say it now, it is the Scarlet and Violet era's Moonbreon. I would say it's already peaking. It's not even peaking. It's growing. It's climbing. It's already in the mid 2000s in the PSA 10. It is getting a little wild. Anyways, you have the Bubble Mew and present Pokemon World's just released arts, full arts SIRs for the Lucario, Gardevoir, Mega Gardevoir, and Mega Charizard. Now, there's a few things I want to say, get off my chest. Back in May, I called Mega Evolutions. Back in May, I called Charizard featuring in a set. About 3 weeks ago, when Lugia was in the mid to semi-high 200s, is now in the semi-high 300s. It's over 350. And Paldean Fates and Silver Tempest and Battle Styles, those are all starting to slowly creep quietly. Paldean Fates is not creeping quietly, but Silver Tempest is north of $400 a booster boxes. $400 is pretty much fair market, and that's if there's competitors with Silver Tempest around. If not, I'm starting to see people in a little bit climbing the 400s. Battle Styles, I feel like that's another one that's going to go. You got to look at the hits. There's the Sleeping T-Tar in there, and the cost of the card is rising, and therefore the set should go with it, the booster box. And again, at the end of the day, sealed is king. If you have sealed product, it's always going to win. I look in my closet with all the open ETBs, and sometimes I'm like, dang, only if I would have kept all of these sealed. But I'm in it for fun. I love the hobby. I'm a collector at heart. My kids love it. We rip packs. My kids come in and want to open stuff all the time. So I don't dwell too much on it. But one thing I'm going to say is sets that I would buy while they're affordable right now. Battle Styles. Silver Tempest is already starting to climb. So if you can afford a $400 booster box, Silver Tempest. If not, Obsidian Flames is a good one. I think that's kind of like a sleeper. I know they overprinted like a lot of Charizard arts in there, but Obsidian Flames has the Ninetales. It's pretty dope. And there's another card in there that's also pretty good. I can't remember at the moment. The Charizard's only $60 right now. I think there was a lot of mid Scarlet Violet Air sets that printed and they just kind of never like took off. Temporal Forces, Obsidian Flames, Paradox Rift. The thing is with those, that's what makes Paldea Evolved so extremely high, is because those sets did so mid. But out of those mid sets that are still in an affordable reach for everybody, I personally I'm buying Obsidian Flames, just because Charizard always does well, and Charizard cards always spike when he or she features in a set. So that's where my head's at. Rayquaza is another one. If you can pick up Rayquaza cards, always Rayquaza is a good one. Or Rayquaza is what they said in the Worlds, which is funny. But man, if you haven't seen it yet, the future Megas is gonna go wild. They just released that they're only dropping 60% of their print. They also said that they're going to start working with distributing directly to the shops like Walmart, GameStop, Target directly. So because they sell at fair market value and is what they're expecting. They're starting to catch on to distributors and vendors holding product and selling it under their own LLCs too. create revenue. Create revenue. But yeah, so it's crazy because Pokemon is starting to do some cool stuff. They're not even going to drop everything. That means booster boxes aren't all going to be gone on day of drop anymore. It's gonna be like potentially dropped on a Wednesday, which is freaking awesome. I like that idea. And I like that kind of scare tactic because all the FOMO people are gonna probably freak out and buy. I highly recommend, if you haven't got it on pre-order from Pokemon Center and you can't get it on day of because for whatever reason, finances, time, scheduling, anything that goes on in your life, just life in general, just wait. There's so much out here. Just like I said about Destin and Journey Together, and those sets are doing great right now because they have no one really to compete against. Destin Rivals is doing great because in 2025 there is no booster box that is printed to compete against it. I mean, you have Journey Together, and that's pretty much it. You know, Prismatic was a special set. Black and White was a special set. So Destin Rivals has only had to compete against Journey Together. They typically print about six different booster box sets a year. So let's go November to November. We have Surging Sparks, Journey Together, Destin Rival, Mega Evolutions, and Phantasmal Flame. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a normal print set, just like Scarlet and Violet and Paldea Evolved. There's no special set in between them. The special set before that was Crown Zenith. So I'm seeing that the trends and the patterns, and so that's my guess is going to be another booster box set. So be prepared for that possibility. So if you don't get Mega Evolutions, be on the lookout for Phantasmal Flames that should be in November, and pre-orders is probably going to be somewhere at the end of next month. So be excited for that. I hope you guys can lock into some Mega. I hope you guys lock into some of those pre-orders. There's a lot going on with everyone dropping in the next month. Every week there's new stuff, which is cool. I noticed GameStop's going to be dropping some Twilight Masquerade ETBs. Highly recommend. The Greninja is so underrated right now. I get it. Some people are like, oh, that's just, mid, blah, blah, blah. But if you look at the whole totality of Scarlet and Violet, you have the Magikarp and Paldea Evolved. Nothing really in Scarlet Violet base set. You have the Gardevoir. But that's not even breaking $100. That's not even breaking $50 raw. So that's mid. The Magikarp, yeah, Shinji Kanda, beautiful card. I have it. I love it. I've pulled it. It's beautiful. It's awesome. And not gonna hate on that. But again, Paldea Evolve hasn't had a lot to compete against up until Destin Rivals, pretty much in Scarlet and Violet. You have like 151, not including special sets. They're their own beast. I'm talking about booster boxes, right? So Scarlet and Violet base, You got Temporal Forces, Paradox Rift, Obsidian Flames. And then let's go special sets. Shrouded Fable, 151. It's pretty good, but again, no booster boxes. But it's a beast of its own. Paldea Evolved hasn't really had anything other than Journey Together and just Surging Sparks. Surging Sparks still isn't going to slap like Paldea Evolved solely because the Shinji Kanda artwork, it holds its own value because of the successing card to the Magikarp is the Giratina alt art V alt art. That artwork is beautiful. And Shinji Kanda's got a name going for him, Black Bolt. He's got the Seismitoad illustration area. So I think Paldea Evolved is doing well solely because the Scarlet and Violet era hasn't had bolstering strong sets. not special sets, because Paldean Fates, stellar, freaking one of the best sets out there. I think it is the best set in Scarlet and Violet. I think it is better than 151. Look at the cards. Look at the raw value of these cards. And just that, the market alone, you have the SIR Charizard from 151 compete against the Radiant SIR Charizard EX from Paldean Fates. Paldean Fates Charizard is going almost toe-to-toe with that. That SIR Charizard from 151 is like about 200, and the Charizard SIR from Paldean Fates is like 180. So they're only within $20 of each other. But the top card for 151 is the Charizard. And the top card for Paldean Fates is the Bubble Mew. And the Bubble Mew is at $600 raw. Yo, that's a right hook to 151. I have been a big believer and a big lover of Paldean Fates. I freaking love that set. I'm biased to it because a lot of good memories ripping that stuff and buying it for my kids, and just like back when Pokemon was not as crazy as it is right now. So anyways, if you can bag Paldean Fates, solely get it. Awesome. It's still obtainable, but it's gonna be gone and it's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be the Evolving Skies of Scarlet Violet, I think, personally, solely because of the potential in pulling a card that's worth a lot of money. And that entices people outside of that to just lock in and buy that stuff up, making it less available for the people. Plus, it was a special set, which makes it even harder. Just like 151, the difference between 151 and Paldean Fates is they're printing the heck out of 151 and leaning on that and making a bunch of promo boxes and collections and UPCs and premium collections, and they're not doing that for Paldean Fates. They got tins, sticker packs. They didn't get no binder. They didn't get no big poster collection. They didn't get any of that stuff. So I think that Paldean Fates is gonna be like that freaking hard one to get. Anyways, that's me ranting. Buy Paldean Fates if you can. Buy Battle Styles if you can. Shoot, buy Silver Tempest if you can. Those are Sword and Shield are just like brewing. They're nowhere near where they're gonna be just because of the alt arts are crazy high. Granted, their sets are mid. Besides that, but the alt arts, the ones that have the alt arts, the T-Tar, the Lugia, the Giratina, the Rayquaza, are freaking crazy. The Gengar. But anyways, Paldean Fates. Paldean Fates. I think Black Bolt White Flare is very quiet, but I think that's a very good set. The artworks are beautiful. There's a lot of cool cards you can get. Plus, there's that one niche that they have that no one else has, and that's like a dual set with the monochromatized card, the texturized black, white, and red card. So I think that's really cool that's a unique thing just for them, with the Master Balls and the Pokeballs. Very Japanese-esque model. So I think that in itself is going to hold value down the road, just not anytime soon. And it's a special set, and then because it's between a lot of heavy hitters, it's going to be overlooked, just like Paldean Fates was. Paldean Fates was behind Paldea Evolved, and Paldea Evolved wasn't even that great up the gate, but it was behind that and before 151, and 151 kind of took the visual off of Paldean Fates. But now it's, the truth is out. So Bubble Mew is growing like crazy, like wildfire. Anywho, let's rip this Paradox Rift. Talk about Scarlet and Violet mid set. The coolest card I think from this one is the Groudon. I think it's for an illustration rare to take the lead, it speaks volumes on the fact that speaks volumes on like the fact that damn, this one's like super heavy left. We'll see what it is. It speaks volumes on how well that set does. Ooh, dark. I do well with dark. Nacli, Nimble, Yamask, Spinda, Rika, Gurgeist, Trainer, Pluto, Semi-Sage, and Mid. Anyways, have fun, enjoy. Don't beat yourselves up if you don't get anything from the new stuff, and buy whenever you can. Food for thought. Big Nasty out.